Sierra Leone, push. You're my killer, this is for them. What for you say?
This ain't not a kush. No, not a kush. No, not a kush. Oh yeah, I can feel them. What are they on me eye? We are the see me sister them. They die in the street. Oh. Me I can feel them. When they see me brother them in the streets. Yeah. Some they link they not. Some lay down a guts at the sleep. Oh. So when I ask them, tell me say na kush. Nike pull roll and son of them food. They prefer for left the house, they gonna get so all day they kush. Oh yeah, say not a kush. Me brother don't want before in time. Say not a kush. So we they use the old age my youngest. Say not a kush. The youths them just they die. Say not a kush. Sorry we say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die, push for die. Say that's a cushion. Papa government help we are. Say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die, push for die. Say that's a cushion. What for you to say? Is it all?
Fumble them on a good morning, good afternoon, and absolutely good evening. Any side that happen for fenuna safe in the world. I hope life is treating you well. Life is treating you fair. I am doing okay. Me, I do okay by the grace of God. I've been there under the weather a little bit, still kind of under the weather, but I tell God thank you because at least I find myself in a place where if push come and shop, I go work, I go to a clinic. If my family doctor not available, or if the clinic lock, I go work, I go emergency. And I will be seen and treated. And because I pay me tax, I will give me health card. They will give me all the necessary treatment where they're supposed to give me. And I go work a come out na door without that. Those are the little things we should be thankful for. Because not to all sides of the world we get opportunities then they. And some size self if even the opportunity then they if you know all money na hand. If you know all money na hand, you risk perishing. So make we tell God thank you for usai we fend we self. And for the one that we're not able for fend themselves na the kind side and way we fend we self. Make we do all in we power for make sure say then self by God in power thing go better for them. Thing go be good for them. We get Boku today na the program for talk. Some of the things that look like say na Boku talk, but not a Boku talk at all. Because if we take care of the little things, like something today where some of the things that why they can't talk about today. If we take care of the little things, then the big things become very, very easy to address. Me fumble them. Unu no for say once of term I been done dey tell we all, but more so the one them wey hold leadership position na with different country dem outside we comot, especially na Salone. I been done dey beg, I don dey plead, I don dey say do ya, una do everything una need for do for make Salone better for we, make it better for we all, make it not just better for some people dem no more. Because the truth is, like me so, with all of me experience, me expertise what I get, the truth is me na the kind person wey no go mind for go work na salon. And I no dey lie give anybody na ya. Me na the kind person wey no go mind for go work na salon. But for me, the kind life wey me don live, the kind comfort wey I don become accustomed to, the kind way wey I don used to, I no go able go work na salon. Like when one viewer been say soften one trade yanda say, when somebody dey talk say, he say but comot yanda material wey you dey make like for say if dem give you work you no go take am. Na in one part me viewer dem, I clearly remember this incident, reply to the person say, wetin dey go take am for wey already we know say the government cannot afford her in a legitimate manner, meaning that they cannot give her what she's accustomed to legitimately, so that is all she earns and live by, and she does her work. But that if I want for live to the standard at which I don't become accustomed to, it mean for say I go get for dirty me, and that's just the plain old truth. It's either I dirty me and or offend other streams of revenue where the people level of salon, the customer them, then go they buy for take care of me own standard of living. So at the end of the day, it's a lose-lose situation. It means make price them so high because of the quality of service, or I end up for dirty me and. So instead of make I go put myself man that kind number a day, that kind wahala day, how about I sit down so I work full, when months done, government take wetin e get for take, e give me wetin e get for give me, but I know say and that take the way e dey take, wetin e get for take, I know for say I go drive na clean road, I go drive na paved road, when winter come I know for say me snow go be shovel, I know for say I go get light, I know for say I go get water, I know say me pikin dem go school na place wey not far from their house, I know for say the police then go dey come do them patrol, I know for say me community or me neighborhood safe, I know for say if I walk I go na any government building requesting of a service, I know for say if there is a fee to be paid, I know side that money they go. And if the service they say it is free, I know for say I reach na that government building there, I request that service there, I dey get the service and I turn back Kaname house. So I know for say the contract wey me and the government get when I work, you pull come up on my salary, you call and tax, and then you give me according to, you know, how I don't work the metrics. You give me wetin belong to me for make I go able live my own life to the best of my ability. I know that it works. I know that it works. And na dan den na the plea. Na dan den na the ask. Where we dey wish for Mama Salone. Where we dey cry for Mama Salone. Where we don dey beg for Mama Salone. And where somebody like me, year in, year out, I have always been saying there would come a time when these countries that we have become naturalized citizens, because not to hear them born we, some of we people, and I hear them born them. But some not to hear them born them. I don't even go to the extent I don't give me own personal story. Say, unlike my siblings who were born here and are Canadian by birth, not by naturalization, me na the contrary. Me na by naturalization, me na can, then I hear them born them. And I always say this to them, that listen, if number are for done, now I get for can ask me and say, no, this now we sister, now we blood sister, look at me. Because they will get rid of me, but it will be hard for them to get rid of them. Right? And so therefore, people can always ask me, say, Matilda, you don't dare abroad for more you small. You don't dare. What is your business in even trying to be part of the discourse na salon? What is your business in even trying to help? What is your business in even engaging? You see, unlike my siblings, where the young nebul na yaso ide, where when they open with passport book, they say place of birth, Canada. They even give the province na Canada where they born. When they open my own book, place of birth na Salone. So you see why I will never stop encouraging us as a people, as a country, as leaders, especially as leaders and collectively as a people, to do better. That thing where I've been the talk now in the happen so right now in America. That thing where I've been warned about, that let us make we make usai we comot a year for we serve. Make we stop this handout mentality. Make we stop this omojuba mentality. Make we do and build in them for we self, because there is no place like home. You've only got one home. No matter if you're there 19 Zot or from 19 Zote. When push camp and shop, una don't see outside athletes them we don't represent them country they are so. One faux pas. When the news they catch them, they're not even they begin force from their naturalized citizenship. Then they reverse them. For example, if na me been do gaff show, they not go call me Canadian Sierra Leonean, on a lie. A Sierra Leonean Canadian, then they reverse am. The Canada no they can't force again. That's why I don't do that Canada, that work. That way, I don't flag that fly that nation there in height, in name, all about, right? Like me, so I get the medal of the city of Ottawa. And something I not can talk about, because that day not to that day God bring me Canada the world. We all get different accolades them. I get a citation from the city of Ottawa. He did it. I get the paper, all thing for sure. Get the proof. Then go forget first, but that work way I do for even get that recognition there, right? Or me gold medal where they give me for the work where I do. You know, for the repatriation of the Syrians, the war in this, that, then go forget but then they for as a Canadian. Then go look for so me granddaddy and grandpapa then come off us and you know reverse and quick one. They disassociate with them, right? The thing where they make the we, then go pull and come out quick one. And then they look for the thing where they make the you or the them. Now they go bring forward. So it's so important for we make the place them usai we come out hospitable, welcoming, developed, advanced, service-oriented, access available. First of all for us. First of all for we self. Before we think about others. We go inside. But last week I had a very beautiful event. Now the book launch of one of my family friend. Sold out book launch, absolute success. Program started on time, ended on time, had time to visit with people. It was great. But also inside that last week day, even though I'm not there for the show, I was doing something in Sierra Leone. Yes. I'm not been there physically, but me money, me sweat, and representation was speaking. On the shores, the ground way, I don't even remember the last time I set foot there. But because of that interest and that passion, that fire where we not go ever allow for stop, I was in Sierra Leone, and I will give you evidence how I've been in a salon very soon. But an interesting conversation happened where the Minister of Labour, Mohamed Rahman Swaray, former Minister of Communications, says something we are always done the pinpoint per Nayaso. When you employ somebody, give the person a dignified wage. Not only give the person a dignified wage, a livable wage, but also you as the employer, you for make sure say you always put something a corner for that person there. Where if that person dey reach retirement or something happen or you sack the person or whatever, then go get recourse. Side go there where then go where then go hold something a hand until such time where hopefully within that time period then go don able find something else for do. Na yaso, na Canada, then call am employment insurance. You see, and then tax them where I can say Canada government they cut. I want pan the tax then dandy. Every time we paycheck come, now one side na the paycheck, you dey see which side you contribution towards employment insurance dey. So tomorrow bambai, if work left you na road all of a sudden or something happen, you can go apply for that day. Depending on how much you don't contribute, get a length of time where you get where you go to get something at hand. Yes, you know what sound like the one where you dey get where you dey work on, but at least it go help for put body and soul together. And so for me, I was very pleased to hear that the current Minister of Labor, Rahman Swaray, on Truth Media, again, we give this quote. We pull this quote from Truth Media, then webpage, and so we are credit full source attribution to them, citation attribution to them. The minister said, we have mandated every employer to open an end of service account for their employee and will ensure we monitor and enforce full compliance. Then they very, very important. Remember Koidu Holdings. Remember the situation that we've been they happen at the mines. Even Orange, is it Orange service station? Remember that Lunge, sacking of Lunge employees them and how they were stranded. If this particular law was being applied, end of service account, so that if you're redundant to people there, you lay them off, or you yourself you are closing shop, you don't get na corner like na osusu for tomorrow bambai, right? You don't put that osusu there na corner, and you can go na that osusu bag there, pull comot, share them and give the people them way affected, so that they can put body and soul together while they look for other provisions of employment. So do ya. The one day where they watch me right now, I dey ask you all, if you are an employer do make sure you have these provisions in place. If you know people and where they employ other people, them do ya tell them, make sure say they abide by the labor rules and regulations of the land, and not for say you don't say we know they do things then the right way in a salon. But if there are those who are working tirelessly in their own right to make sure the right things are done, do ya make we comply. And if we know of anybody where they flout that rule, they una for go put them. Yes. Una offend decide where una need for put them, and una go put them. Una go lay them complain. Lay them complain so that they go do the right thing. For far too long, employers have taken advantage of employees in that country. For far too long, they don't take very, very grave, serious advantage them of people them where they employ. And this does not only go to, private businesses, government, even the NGOs themselves. Then they treat people in bad way, camp and this. Yes, I don't witness them. I don't see them with me on two body eye. When a system works, when a system is properly set up, and when it works for the advantage of all. It works for the benefit of all. So do ya, me famble them, me people them. Unu make we not sleep on this. Let us help, when the government is doing right, let us help them continue to do right. Make we not put stumbling block na their way. It's very, very important. The next, today I dey drink Tim Hortons. You don't know what I tell you now wetin I dey drink. Today na Canada day o. Today me na true Canadian. See, Timmy na dey drink. But me not to double. I not dey drink coffee. Me na tea I dey drink. So London Forge na dey drink. Yeah. So if someone had said to me, Matilda, guess waiting, and then I go ask them, now waiting. If they said to me, Matilda, I say yes. And then they said to me, Matilda, you know, say Salone government, now they get panda money where then they take for passport. I go say, but bulefunu or bulafime. As a matter of fact, I won't say bulefunu, because if I say bulefunu, it means na get out of my face. But bulafime means you get out of my face. For those who don't understand, I just spoke the Ewe dialect, spoken in few countries of West Africa, Benin, Togo, Ghana, and I believe one more. I would have told them Bulafime, because how can a country has a point of service and then you dey tell me say nothing not dey go na the consolidated fund for that service they way unu dey give. As a matter of fact, do I even have the video? I think we for listen first to that video. Make we play first the video, the video. Make we play the video first. Let's play the video of where the minister, Dr. Moses Tifa Bayo, said something. So you know what Talek was saying, I mean Matilda, they say. You know what Talek saying? Let's watch the video together, people. Let's watch it. Again, courtesy of I like them snippets video there, because these are the type of videos that are like going straight to the point that I want to address. Again, thank you very much, Truth Media. It look like for say I'll get for talk to Lamrana for make a formal kind of partnership with her. May not feel say are they thief in materials then, because this is work. Yes, this is work put behind it, where you don't interview, forget the snippets, edited and reposted. I know they are doing, and me too, they amplify what is being said to the public. But it's instead of make her always they give them acknowledgement. Maybe if we have some kind of understanding, then when I use their stuff, I don't always have to acknowledge. My goodness. Make we listen to the minister.
What's the contribution of the immigration department to the economy presently? The process, imagine every other citizen get for pay equivalent of $100 for a passport.
That's the irony. That money 1 cent immigration only gets. Let's only talk of government of Sierra Leone.
How?
The contract.
There's no contribution from the $100.
Nothing, absolutely.
Now next page no more they get.
No more.
No, Dr. Tifa, you need to explain this proper.
Now, next page, only they get $100. No, you give 1 cent to government.
What's in immigration? They get now the form with people in the
only. Now, immigration staff, they do everything at that value chain, they for produce that passport. Then they know office.
Now, a space and they use for
now,
print the passport.
Space and they use for print the passport.
But how has this been happening that me they pay $100 for pass?
Successive government failures from 2000 to date.
Yeah, but this contract was renewed not too late to I don't think say it on 5 years with a review.
Anyway, you know that's
so almost for the form right now.
50,000, but because of the online, it's 57,000 commission charges because of the online payment they use.
Oh my gosh. Sierra Leone, can you imagine me paying? So passport renewal in Canada is 10 years, right? 10 years. Where me they go, because my passport, my passport is due to be renewed. The way they can make it most of the time is that they can make it so that all of my major documents them are kind of renewable around the same time. Like around the same time. It's either my health card and my driver's license have to be renewed around the same year anniversary. And then my passport, right? My passport. And most of the time, these cards are renewable 10 years, right? Every 10 years. So like for me, so I know for say in 2027, I have to have my passport renewed. But I also know for say, in the value chain of that renewal, the form not free, or they pay for form, and they pay for the processing of the passport, right? I just they go online, download the form, fill and blah, 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 blah. When I reach now the passport office, I pay the money for get me passport processed. And then I choose whether I want to pick them up in person or whether I want it mailed to my address. But nowhere in there, in that value chain, does the tax system of Canada know they get their own. The administration, the passport, whatever, there is a chain of accountability and how the money is being spent all throughout. I know for say the money rests within Canada, right? Now we get a system where we get a third-party contract and service. And I remember this passport business way being come. As a matter of fact, during the election, now the same people there then be hired again for do the ID card. And I remember them did such a very poor job that people like us have to come sit here and be like, come on now, this na fitia to a country, man. But if them tell unu say that $100 one they pay for them passports then they, other than the form, that form one they go take on fill that money. Now the money no more for the form. Now in the left inside salon. But the $100 way una they pay for that passport day. For make them make the passport and you now. No they left inside salon. 1 cent no they go to salon. 1 cent no they go to the ministry. How they call them? Immigration. I think most of us would have been saying, come on now, this is ludicrous, na libel. But I like the honesty of Mr. Tefa Bayo. I loved his honesty. But in his honesty, you also see Usai, like when I can say, make a cover shame. You know, see Usai, he also cover shame. How do you set up a contract with somebody where then they charge every individual in that country they weigh one passport or where one renew them passport $100, and I think the passport the duration is 5 years. So whether you travel now, you not travel now, every 5 years you renew your passport now $100. It went from where it was to $100, right? So now remember that controversy there about paying $100 for a new passport. How people and grumble. We self na so rub mouth panam, trying to understand. But then the thing here now is, you know, get a third-party service provider wey sit down na unu building. They take up space na unu building. They know they pay rent. They know they pay for water. They know they pay electricity. Then they use unu young staff them back from A to Z for make this passport. Then no they come to the country. I see them collect them and they take all thing go. How does that make sense? Help me, let it make sense to me. You see when they ask the minister, it says successive government failures since 2000. Let us agree, yes, successive government failures in 2000. Now here, see where he covered the blunder of his predecessors. Because when I'm gonna ask and say, wait, if na myself been the interview and for don't ask that question, they say, okay, you have recognized the failure of successive governments. Let's say the past administration got it wrong and they did not advocate for the interest of the nation, for the interest of their people, and for their own interest, for the nation's interest. Because you say a nation, they harbor una take up space, they use their own employee them, but yet una no they give them, they know they get from this $100. Let's say the past governments failed, then failed. You took on those contracts. Because was it, if I'm not mistaken, I think it must have been 2 or 3 years ago that they renegotiated the new contract. Me viewers and listeners, them una kinde up to speed a lot more with timing sometimes than I am. Please, if I miss anything in terms of in terms of the timeline Nayaso, please una can call in and una can tell me whose part I missed now the timeline when they renegotiated this new contract. It simply shows that the blunder way, make I say, the past administration make, now the same blunder this current administration make under the former minister we handle the negotiation process. So if we are talking about successive government failures, it means both governments have failed the people. Both governments have failed the nation. Yes, they still get about 3 years more, and within that 3 years, if there is room, I'm sure they can negotiate something. If that contract is up, when it comes to renegotiation, maybe then go renegotiate or do an open bidding. Let the best person to provide the best service at a lower cost but quality, high standard, make that person they what you call it, make that person they be the one to provide the service. And they're not going to take all thing go. This one also, it is a situation where then crepe the pot, then crepe the crow, then wash the pot, even the how they call ourselves, the pot in biennial, then wash and then shine them, then whip them, then they hang them for dry. When they hang them for dry, you know, do then can then tote the pot and go. So you not get nothing for cook pan. That is the situation we find ourselves with the passport. And so you can see where Dr. Moses there tried to cover the mistake, because he realized when Lamrana asked him the question, he catch up himself quick, say, I'm talking about successive government's failure, but inside this failure, we self the inside. Because now we negotiate the last one. Just like when the government came in and told us that the car power ship is not going to be the electricity supply chain for a long time. It's just a temporary mechanism. Remember when them before sky inside, just like when them say them go fix the economy, was it in 6 months or in 3 months? We are 7 years in and we are still trying to fix the economy. The car power ship, same thing. Until we say the car power ship is a temporary thing just to stabilize 1 or 2 things, and it will be a thing of the past. The car power ship still lay down na Kintom, still sit down there na the water, and I still they supply with light. He said one thing though that is encouraging, which is the immigration. He said the immigration office does not get a cent from the $100 passport fees. That's how the country is. It's an irony because it's the immigration staff that do everything in the value chain to process the passport. So if now we young people then, we government hire, they do the work from A to Z, shouldn't that be recognized in the contract and make sure say we self get something inside that $100 the way them been the negotiate. You see when Salomon greedy, and you see sometimes the way where greed can lead us, it leads us to our own detriment. Greed leads us to our own detriment. So we dey pay light bill for that office day. We dey pay water rates for that office day. People learn the way government hire where they work na that office day and net. But yet, Arara no they can to salon where it can to that $100 day. Are we not doing ourselves? Are we being good to ourselves? Are we being, patriotic? How you go open your eye as a Sierra Leonean wishing good for that country day, you go negotiate that kind deal day and you accept people for swell alarm and say make God bless you. How? And so you see the reason why some of us cannot work in these spaces anymore. Now there's small help where we they do so now normal we go continue for do. Because you bring some of us into this type of spaces with the way where our system has been calibrated, it will mean radical change. Change that people are not ready to accept. They're not getting at them DNA for accept, for work with. He says they are looking into other options of revenue. I hope they seriously look into other options of revenue. And where the term right, please let you key, whether be it during the tenure of this government or the tenure of another government. Please do ya ade beguna. Sometimes I can see a butu ade omojuba to una. Where they run country at the omojuba na do ya. Let it be for the interest of the green, white, and blue. Make the green, white, and blue benefit and reap dividends from the soil, man. May brown envelope not confuse your brain to the point where you go negotiate such nonsense. And be proud of it and be able to sleep at night, and then you want someone to call you a patriotic daughter and son of the soil. So to the new minister, we're looking forward to see what he can do with what he's met, how far he can go with the time he's got left in his hands. And hopefully something can be done for the people and for the soil. Taylor, welcome. Thank you. Albert Lance, and how the evening. I see they enjoy in one place where they call chapter 1. I see they enjoy in one place where they call chapter 1. I know they are for Puli West Nado, but I'm happy you made it home safely and you are having fun and you're enjoying all of the festivities going around. Be safe out there. And come back, return back safely. Yeah, Ayeri, you go visit Lamran and all. Next time you see and tell her do for me, I tell her and say me left for malice me. We not make plaba. Yeah, you go boss laugh first. Oh dear. So from this wire, so now Make me talk a little bit about poverty in Sierra Leone because we have a caller on the line. Let's take the caller before we pivot. Caller, waiting are your name? Who say you dey call from? Make we know.
Hello, Miss Matilda. This is Abdullah Sisi. I call from New Jersey.
Hello, Abdullah. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for asking. I hope you said they do well.
We tell God thank you.
So, did you get me?
Yes, I can hear you. Continue.
Okay, good. So, I think now that interview we play show, where Lamana ask the minister, who said the minister say, I don't know they get, or the immigration staff, they know they get 1 cent out of the $100 for the passport. I think what you know ask them now that if I don't know if it makes sense, but if I don't ask them, which side government they put money for pay their own because even the big market economics, or I would say Dovcoat economics, in fact big market economics a little higher. With people that already sell they know you get better understanding of management of business. If you go buy you 20 bunch potato leaf, you know how much each bunch cost. You know how much you can sell out. And we don't sell down, and no say that money we go buy that 20 bunches. If we will come out of what you sell, something for the day we call profit. Inside that profit, some say they cook for the day. Some they even sell parts there for pay them beginners profit. So if you do business, you sell cookery, you say the one they will help you do the business. Whatever you sell out of that cookery the way you produce at the end of the day, they know they get 1 cent a day. It means you get some side where they will take money for campaign and work around. We're not a good business. I don't know sense where that make. If at government level they're not able get this right, when we people and down to that level get them right, this is very troubling. But again, I wish if it makes sense, like me, I mean, the things I don't ask us, well, outside government they pull money for pay the staff then immigration, as you say, people in the way they clean, people in the way they participate, where they contribute for the entire process for produce the passport at the end of the day. If they cannot get a cent out of that, this tells you how we the one with government. That make we always get problem with payment of staff, money with the one into debt. Now it's very clear. And if immigration they want to, it's very possible a lot of other institutions they want this kind of way as well. This is troubling. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Abdullah. It makes total sense. The reason where I sure say, absolutely, if I was asking the question, I would have followed it up with, so outside and they pull money for pay this stuff. But I should say the reason we make Lamran I'm not even bother with that question. As the man was, he was very candid and very honest in his interview, his interaction with his conversation with Lamana. It was very clear that they have been paid out of government coffers. And that is why, obviously, this now all of the reason we get a very, very overbloated wage bill. Because who side the money they come off for pay, himself the minister, the deputy minister, anonymous line agencies and ministers and they all, the permanent secretary, the this, the that, the that, to the that, to the that. So as you rightly say, the one where they sweep, the one where they go open office in the morning, the one where they dust, the one where they clean the bathrooms them. I hope they clean the bathrooms because I don't they go inside some of them ministries then na salon, without being too descriptive. Where I enter inside the side where they tell me say, this is the minister in bathroom can't use that just because of the fact that obviously they see me as JC and are trying to impress. Where I enter, waiting, the business where I be enter for go do the business only self force. and say, go and find greener pastures. You know? So I hope things have changed. I would hope, but that's been my experience, and you know. So you asked a very valid question, but I also think there is a very front, I don't think a very, like you say, the front of your cranium, you know, the front of the brain, the answer, they right in front of our eyes. And we need not even speculate what the response is. So make we pivot small, and please call viewers, listeners, the call lines are open. I dey jump from different topics them, and not just sit down on one topic. You know, I don't talk about labor relations, labor laws. Now I don't come to immigration, passport, not immigration as migration. Only at the passport issuing and what that means for Sierra Leone in terms of internal revenue generation. We know that Sierra Leone is not making $1 from the 100, not making a percentage from the $100, you know, quota put on the preparation of a single passport. Make we watch this video here, this montage of the situation of we food self-sufficiency in a salon.
Poverty in a salon don dey rise back. New figures them from the World Bank report they show say almost 60% of the population, when at 59.9%, they live under the national poverty line inside 2024, up from 57.8% inside 2023. This don't carry the country go back to the high level where the country be there during the COVID-19 inside 2020. The World Bank then 7th edition of the Sierra Leone Economic Update show clearly say hardship don't worsen all about the country. Inflation still high, people them and household income still low, food not there for Boku family them, both urban and rural area them, they feel the pressure. But now the rural area they suffer past mark. Poverty high in our up country and access to hospital, school and good livelihood not too day. This they make family them vulnerable to any small economic shock. Government agri-food price shocks emergency facility don't give small relief, but the World Bank talk say enough because poverty they rise faster past the help where they reach the people. Even a city them like Freetown, condition of fine, cost of living don't jump, especially food price, and it don't reduce waiting people able buy. Women and pikin and they suffer the worst malnutrition, poor access to healthcare, and low well-being. The reports blame the crisis on slow economic activity, high price them, and government not get enough money for strong social protection. Job no dey for keep the same level of employment. Sierra Leone need for create at least 75,000 new jobs every year, but the country is still far from that target day. The World Bank talks say the private sector need for grow. They recommend better fiscal management, more competitiveness, easy access to finance, good infrastructure, and clear rule for foreign investment. Governments don't try small. The report talks say governments don't expand cash transfers for support vulnerable households. Governments self don't improve cash and debt management for control spending. And governments don't reform the energy sector, where include expanding mini-grid. But even with the bad news, the report show road for go before. Invest more on agriculture, grow social protection program them, support rural development, and build resilience against price shock and food shortage. The warning clear: if governments not act quick, Sierra Leone risk trap poverty for another generation. The World Bank call on government and development partner them for expand safety nets, stabilize food price, and serve for create real livelihood opportunities them before it go too late.
Don't want to be a Betty Downer. I know for saying everything where they talk now, so in as much as I can see the downside, I can also see the upside. But you see where it comes on this poverty thing, if we not create means of employment, right? And try as best for diminish to a non-existing. Wait, I know for say no go ever happen because even na ya so safe. Even na ya so safe. There is some form of underemployment. But if we not make sure say like that 400 graduates them, we graduate na Frabe College, was it 2 days ago? I should have jubilated. I should have been celebrating. I remember the first time I graduated university. I still remember the joy, the satisfaction where I feel. And I've done it multiple times over and over and again. And every time I walk across that stage, there is just some level of accomplishment and satisfaction where you feel. I saw it in their eyes. But beyond that smile, what you can also see is a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of uncertainty. While I go say that, yes, myself go through the same thing to some extent is that by the time I was graduating with my second degree, I remember saying to myself, hey, Titi, take time more, therefore collect degree. The problem with me was the opposite, as in take 10, collect degree. Go look for work experience. And then the uncertainty jumped in, will I find work? Am I good enough? It was never of, am I intelligent enough? Am I good enough for them? Will they see that to give me a chance? But at least I know say the opportunity been there. The salon usai we fen we self so. In addition to the poverty and adding to the poverty, now the fact that say we employment levels are very low. We get high unemployment and high underemployment, meaning say even the one them we get work, boku of them, the work where them get, the kind work where them they do, the money where them they get, it not meet up the kind work where them they do, or the qualification where them get, the work not there for meet up them, so then go get for take waiting no more day. And waiting no more day is a subset of being undervalued. So, not wanting to be pessimistic, but una know me say I'll always be as real as it gets. The truth is, the reporter there is saying that the World Bank is predicting if we not dot we eyes them and cross we tease them properly as urgently as possible in making sure say they secure, the economy and also invest in agriculture to be able to feed the population. That then the afraid say we go sit down inside poverty for another decade. Well, the truth is that we've been sitting in poverty for decades now. When it appears as though we are making progress, we fall back behind very quickly. But the honest truth is that inasmuch as the president would go about as recent and even as of recent to state that his government has been the government that one would accredit the most development to, the most investment to, the most progress to, when all of those claims are not felt in circles like the World Bank, like the IMF, and you continue to go borrow money, you continue to manjalaji, and they are not seeing any of that, it's not showing in the MCC scores or reports, then you give people reason for question the validity of what you're saying. If from the time when they take power to now, we have seen a consistent decrease, make even we left the unemployment, let's say underemployment, bring the one that we don't go into the employment force, bring them up to standard, bring them up to living wage, pay for work. Maybe that would have solved one part of the problem. And then now we can tackle the employment aspect of the problem. Not everyone can become a farmer. Not everyone can be a carpenter. Not everyone can be a doctor. Not everyone can be a lawyer. Some can be servers. Some can be cleaners. Some can be advisors. Some can be welders. Some can be shoemakers. But all that then are means of earning. If na forgo was more to canon money we they call youth employment, I am sorry, that is underemployment. You are insufficiently using the brain juices of your most important quadrant in society, which is the youth core. Slowly we return to a nation where we're slowly becoming the story of Nigeria to a percentage where most of these big comedians, musicians, and what have you, very few of them, their parents then send their abroad, then they decide, say, no, this is music me want, me na comedy I want, and then later, But for the majority of them, if you sit back and interviews, you listen to their story, they are graduates. Graduates with very impressive degrees. Chemical engineering, bioengineering, law school, pharmaceutics, very impressive degrees. But because successive governments not put policies them and structures in place for absorb the new graduates them, the new brain juices them, and that some people and they know they expand instead then they contract, but then at the higher echelon, then just they dish out. And by the way, I don't know if it is absolutely confirmed yet, but if it is confirmed, I want to say kudos to Madam Nimata Kanjek-Swoka, we declined the presidential appointment to a board of director of something and say it is conflict of interest. And I believe also, if I'm not mistaken, Solomon Jamiru, a member, former presidential, I think, spokesperson or speech person, was also given an appointment recently by the president, I believe, for sit on some board or whatever. And what I'm hearing, what the streets are saying, the streets, right? The streets, and that's why I'm saying if it is the case, kudos to them. Solomon Jamiu as well. You remember Solomon Jamiu where he look inside, look left, he look right, say, this not what I've been signed up for. They are big. Me conscience and God. Make no flag me pass, I don't flag me so I was and I come out there. He resigned his position. Also turned down the nomination allegedly. And if it is the case, then kind thing and then we need for applaud. We need for applaud the people who have integrity enough to know when lines have been crossed, who have principled enough to know when boundaries have been crossed, who knows their patriotic rights and duty, who as patriotic as they want to be, as serving as they want to be for the nation, they will not do so at the detriment of the nation, only to self-serve and self-satisfy. So people like that, we absolutely need to give them kudos when we see moves like that. And I hope, so Mr. President, I hope say such move will make you really sit down and ponder and reflect on even some of your own decisions then, right? And how it looks, right? And the impact. Because if them people have been greedy and self-centered and not really care about nation and nation building, they would have accepted these positions like many others have that ought not to have. So when we see good, make we recognize good. Right? So yeah, so in this whole poverty thing, ting tranga na salon, ting tranga all sign of the world, but in Sierra Leone, people have it worst. People have it worst. And it does not need to be so. You don't need for be so. Few changes here, few reforms there, few safeguards here and there. Trust me, it does not take a lot for change salon, for make things right, for straighten things, and for people and for see true dividend. For people and for experience true dividend for their contribution, or experience the true meaning of being part of nation building or part of a nation that that really caters for and cares for its people. Honestly. I see Babatunde Tijan. They say don't expect any much from the government of Salone as long as we have these bush boys. Okay, colorful language in control. You can get the man out of the bush, but can't get the bush out of the man. Okay. Man we grow up with Palampa, one ball light to Ramna achievement. Okay, one bulb. No. I know say me na creativity, but I not read Creole at school. Unfortunately, it wasn't an offering during my time in school. So me own Creole na street alana. One bulb lighter to na achievement, you see. Okay, so it's just being sarcastic here. So like I mean, they say people, the development of a society, there is so much that makes up that development. Not to just food costs, not to just housing, not to just employment. There is so much to the puzzle, right? and then get for fit na the right place for make the puzzle look the way it's supposed to look. Again, the phone lines are open. The phone lines are open as we continue this discussion. So I want to pivot our attention to something where they happen in America, and that is the America now don't say they get for review people with green card and special stay. So it not just don't come out pan the visa situation. It don't reach now to even you tap one, and how you tap one, how you manage tap inside the country. But it would surprise you, the revelation made by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Timothy Kaba, recently. Make me sit down there, and then I will play a video by Dr. Bull where he make a summary of really what's in the go in America. You know, saying America in the, you know, has a very good grip of situation there. He say government assistant director vanish in US, justified US visa restriction. So you know them conference then where then can they go? Where then can travel as a delegate? I go read waiting follow this. It says government assistant director vanishes in US, justified US visa restriction. It goes on to say, Foreign Minister Timothy Musa Kaba has confirmed that Abubakar Sila, Assistant Director of Labor and Employment in the country's Labor Ministry, has become a striking example of why Sierra Leone faces US visa restrictions. Sila was granted a visa to attend the 2025 Diaspora Investment Conference in Maryland on August 8th, but has since failed to return. Officials says his disappearance highlights the very breaches that triggered the suspension of certain visa categories for Sierra Leoneans. We are relentlessly working behind the scenes with the US Embassy in Freetown to resolve this matter, Foreign Minister Timothy Kaba confirmed. The truth is, boku people them don't sojourn na them country through these means. There was a time when forget visa for going to certain countries then became tedious because of them kind thing there. Boku organizations and institutions then don't suffer this. Where they send them for go work, or they send them for come perform, or they go do some performance or some foreign interaction, one or two they left behind. One or two they left behind, then claim aside. Even at this Canada, we don't see cases of such where one or two they left behind. And you talk to them, be like, oh, na so and so conference I come, and then I not go again, and they try for claim asylum. You know how Salone did this, that. And so you pull your mouth come on inside Safo. You mind your business. But this is a government official. And not to any government official. The man assistant director, when we say they high up, now the chain. Now him do this. For what reason whatsoever, the man don't botch and then can't find them. And some people and they, where we all know say that through them means then they then tap and arrive and kind of people in country. But you see the problem now is, unlike certain countries, America now, because of another one way then a power, don't butu. I can say your vote matters. Pick who that you dey vote for carefully. You vote e matter oh. If una no understand this thing wey I can dey talk, but you vote get consequence. I remember some of we people wey been sit down on social media, they challenge some of we. At one point, now I tell them, say, me na Canada, me tap another America. Whatever happens to you, happens to you. I pull most commodity suffer. I mind my business. But funnily enough, some of these people, some of them who were that then have been the vuvuzelas of some of them political parties, so some of them people, yeah. So funnily enough, they themselves, they were not in good standing. And so for me, I asked myself, say, oh man, if you know for say the situation usa you dey, you know how you left us, you know say you not left us good. I go team up na public, they go argue tranga one so for something where you know for say by tomorrow if the person come, he do wetin they talk. Now you force the thing go bet. Then you dey go sit down at public. Now people won't take you seriously. People won't even want to come to your aid because they remember that there was a time when you get arguments with them, when they try for steer you na the right direction because of one or two things, you argue with them bitterly, you oppose them bitterly to the point where it's like, okay, when you feel like you are talking to a wall, you just walk away. Because you want to have a civil discussion. And if people are not making spaces for civil discussion, so what's the point? I get a call on the line, make I take the call. Caller, waiting on your name and say the call from.
Hello, Martin. That is na Umar the call.
Yes, Umar, friend. How are you? Long time.
Yes, I did well. Thank you much. Yeah, Matilda, I listened to your program, right? Wait, I think I did echo.
No, I didn't hear you fine. No?
Oh, okay. The program is not for graduates there because I'm not touch a political part. You try to mention Nigerian graduates. The difference where we get Sierra Leonean graduates and Nigerian graduates now that Nigerian graduates, when they're out of university and the market not favor them, the job sector not favor them, they look for job for themselves. It's either they go into trade, they start up business. Yeah. Because Martinda, the degree not just a qualification. It depends on how you use them, and so it will take benefit you. If you come out, you know you will get job at that time. No means say if you not graduate, no means say you know will embark in other thing where you go helpful a new progress. Where a lot of times you get people when they don't come out university. I can understand it's difficult for get job and the government promote is some towards that. But when they don't come out university, most of the time they don't come. Matilda, they either look for office jobs or they know they do nothing again. I know say other people would say this, no, not to say be, you don't understand this, that, but we don't do them at the street. We don't see them out in the act. Sierra Leone man where he don't learn small book in anything, even though when I film acting, even when I speak, they see us saying not to better job again. Other country, then yes, of course, they get them degree, they this, that. But come at TikTok, for instance, see them, go other side, you see them. Where then they try for find other way the means where they get, where they go educated for, you know they work. They find other ways. That's not one. And secondly, again, Matilda, developed country, what in the help for instance, social media, Matilda, they go do apprenticeship, they go learn for clean, for instance. People they go learn carpentry. People, of course, it's not everybody go be carpenter, not everybody go be medicine. But yet still, if you don't go to university, you don't come out, you never get a job, not necessarily means say you know for learn another job. Yeah. People they learn 2-3 jobs and then country where they're young. You see? Of course, the job market not favor them, but how they go to make maneuver the market and make sure say, and then at the sharp edge. You know, I feel saying that's not the problem. Everybody wants to get university degree, and everybody wants to run an office. You know, then there are other sectors in Sierra Leone where meaningful and helpful, they need to utilize them. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. And that's the point I was making. I saying, okay, if you not get work, do something where go create income for you. Not to all time you for just sit down no more the treat and until you able to find something. Be creative. After the private sector in Nigeria, you know, entrepreneurship now one of them biggest. You know, as a matter of fact, I would even go as far to say the entertainment industry in Nigeria now the second most revenue generated stream for the country. And how did they become that? Because a lot of them, when they done school, work no day. They like, oh yeah, let me use what God gave me, plus maybe what my mama gave me. The AYs, the Agodai, the Bovis, all these people are graduates. Oh. That's why I say they not go school, they not get degree. Oh. You know, they get. But when they look here, when not there, they see other opportunity, they run with it. The Rita Dominics of our times, right? The Mercy Johnsons of our times, the Ini Idos of our times, the Uche Jumbos of our times, right? The Nancy Isems of our times. Go check them. They all have university degrees. At least first year, first degree, they get an under them belt. But when that first degree option there, they don't look at it and they say, eh? They look for another means. And that means then I don't create, you see some of these young, you know, chiclets, like I can call them, and get their hosted. But you can see how hard they are working tirelessly. Some of them picking and then they turn movie over, like for say, sleeping all day. But they are not sitting lazing about, hoping for somebody forgive them. Then they go fair now. And so that is why I was going as in when I see the graduates of Sierra Leone, I hope they quickly develop that mentality of forgo fair now for themselves. Because if now this one government work then they look for, or this small NGO, 1-2 NGOs where they we don't get that big investments, you know, private sector like that in a salon, where you go say, okay, then go absorb 50% of the graduates. Then it's not there because I'm sorry to say, but there isn't a lot of appetite to do investment in Sierra Leone, and that is just the plain old truth. Make we accept them for what it is. Until we change with policies them around, you know, import, export. Some of we investment policies them, right? Some of we foreign investment policies them, where we make sure say at least where somebody can invest, you know, the total thing go back in country, something for day, something for the inside the country, something for left inside the country, and a solid percentage for left inside the country, hereby making sure that our reserve and our foreign reserve is good. Make I left this side so give the economics people make them touch that side, because me I go talk about them from the layman perspective and understanding. Microeconomics 101, right? Macro and micro 101. I left and day. And then I can talk about global economic policies and stuff. Alefande. I don't talk, and I also say, if some of these politicians take the time to listen to some of us, yes, vex per wetin I dey say, left the part where you no like, take the part where good and go apply and a free knowledge, use am for the benefit of Mama Salone. We would have been somewhere by now. Make her take the call. Call her, waiting your name and also you call from.
Hello, Abdul Sise. Yeah,
Okay, sir.
because I don't talk to now 4 years back.
Okay.
But today I'm glad you for seeing our line back. The things that we talk, I don't try, I don't talk, no God bless you. Because now somebody we on other country day, I ain't go here, but I will here or talk about the country. I predict that's what I talk to now. If I remember you back, one woman we not in the program. I say, matter the administration, it will fail. You know, education where we talk about, like no, they talk to issue and drop out of school. That's say from one long back, over 30 years back. But what be the proper education? I remember what we go to school, we do art and craft. We deal with the hand. We do skills like vocational institute. But the problem now in Salone, like we just talk, everybody want for work in the office. So now they could see this political tension in the country. Even the one they work out overseas them back. You know, mean say for go contribute in the country for join politics, for join politics. Once he study now, go and implement it on the ground. So he say we will create employment. Even the free quality education, they get it wrong. If they be ask people them, me this na me on take, therefore don't open institutional, vocational there all over the country. Where people them for land job. So then they will be able better the people, even this part of the world who they may ask you for a degree, we apply for a job. Or if you get PhD or masters, they ask you say if you get skill. So as things stand now, Salone no plan for succeed. This I tell you, I predict back. Even because look at the political landscape in the country, I predict and they pray for them. But Bana Bionogo left power, Salone in good shape. Therefore, put Salone into chaos. There is no doubt about that. Because we get a group of people whereby they will live good life. They're fortunate for being ministers. If you see the way they are aggressive, even when they talk to the people, then they talk to other international community partners, then they still say, like, say, the country belongs to them. Now they get the country. They can do whatever. So now don't forget the problem. So now then I'm going to take down the arm. My body power, I need to ask you now, I will take part.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Paula, for your contribution. Just so you know, Saturdays we day live 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Thursday, 8 p.m., I believe, Eastern Standard Time. On Sundays, I'm tempted to say 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I may be wrong, but might be 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 3 p.m., sorry. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Times on Sunday. Yeah, so if you want for Ketchui, at the time then this way they operate. Yeah, so yeah, absolutely vocational. The vocational, now that make you see them country there, you get waiting and call university, and then you get waiting and call colleges. So the one we know able to make her to university, they able to make her a college. College now they go learn different skill sets and different trades them. If you don't college, you decide say, okay, I don't run this college, I don't run this one. Why they do this one? So make I go add university degree on top. You are within your means and your right to do so. But we get to create different channels then. And also recognize the value added or contributions of these skill sets towards development and advancement. I know for say the term don't catch me small, but make we listen to at least the first 10 minutes of Dr. Bull. The first 10 minutes of Dr. Bull talking about the visa situation na the US and its implication, because the implication me I not care for any of the other country. Now how it affect young people them me care about. Let's listen a bit.
Oh Hajumi, oh Hajumi, oh Hajumi. Oh Hajumi, oh Hajumi, oh Hajumi. To my fellow Sierra Leoneans, on this third day of December 2025, I come for update the Sierra Leone community in the United States and also in Sierra Leone about the status of Sierra Leone as it relates to the U.S. State Department and also that of all Sierra Leoneans then we hold a green card and also those who are, in the process of getting a green card. For several reasons. I know several Sierra Leoneans we get green card normally can go Sierra Leone for holidays and travel back and forth into the US. If you get a green card and you plan to travel, be very cautious. You are under significant scrutiny right now than ever before in the history of the United States. And so let's talk about the reason why I am here. And this is my third video where I do on the US visa ban as it relates to Sierra Leoneans in general. As you know, in June, the Trump administration put Sierra Leone on the Tier 2 restriction on groups of citizens that we get some kind of limitations, restrictive entry and travel ban on non-immigrant visas and immigrant visas that are processed at that time. And let's fast forward to December 2025 on the importance of what has happened. So as most of you would know, recently, the shooting of 2 National Guard troops by a suspect who is an Afghan national don't lead to significant repercussions in the United States as it relates to immigrants and people on green card status. So this Afghan immigrant, we shoot these 2 National Guard, kill one, me hold a green card from Afghanistan, and according to sources worked with the CIA, therefore then give him a green card to come to the US. Whatever happened that led him to do this unthinkable act is so disappointing because it affects all issues of green cards within the 19 states or countries that were them input in Tier 2. And our beloved Sierra Leone, we, for whatever reason, will find ourselves being classified as non-compliant with U.S. immigration visas, and also for other issues when the U.S. will identify. Now, don't go back into further restriction. So on December 2nd, the State Department announced, and I'm going to quote right here, and the quotation is going to go up. In light of identified concerns and the threat to the American people, USCIS has determined that a comprehensive review, potential interview, and re-interview of all aliens from high-risk countries of concerns who entered the United States on or after January 20, 2021 is necessary, end of quotation. I know they put a timeline right here, so the date is January 20, 2021. Anybody we enter the United States, they are going to re-interview you. So anybody will come in as an asylum, by marriage, mama and Pekin we bring them people in Canada, this country. It takes you 5 years under those status for becoming a citizen. So technically, anybody will enter the United States from January 2021 not eligible to become a citizen. This means all Sierra Leoneans will enter, will not become a citizen yet. You are under a potential review. The State Department further went on to state that the agency said on Tuesday memo, which is a memo released, that within 90 days from Tuesday, so if we count 90 days, from Tuesday the 2nd, the first 30 days, na January 2nd. The second 30 days, na February 2nd. And then March 2nd, that will be 90 days, the State Department is going to create a priority list of all Sierra Leoneans who come inside the United States 2021 to present, and they will submit these immigrants for review. That means everybody will be reviewed. And the statement goes on, if necessary, they will be referred to immigration enforcement and law enforcement agencies. This is critical. It says, everybody will come inside the United States from Sierra Leone. Now 19 countries, but I'm only focusing on Sierra Leone. That anybody will come inside the United States under any of these immigrant visas where you not become citizen yet, because it's not possible. They're going to create a list and they're going to prioritize the list for review. And if necessary, they will be referred to immigration enforcement or other law enforcement agencies. Now, why is this important? So there are people who came in as asylum where they're not processed in paper yet, and then they're under review from 2021. If they find out that under that process you have committed a crime, even traffic offense, or any other infraction, they are going to refer you to immigration enforcement, which means if they refer you to immigration enforcement, you are going to be deported from these United States of America. So if you, possibly come in 2021, you don't commit a crime in this country, or you don't get any infraction or violation or altercation. If you mean are you and you get for go holiday in a salon this December, cancel them. Cancel them immediately. Don't leave the United States if you get a green card and you have committed a crime or have an infraction. Chances are you may not come back in again. And also they say, if you then at this category, this prioritized list, and you are referred to law enforcement agency, that means they're not refer you to immigration, but they see something that you record, we concern them, where even if they're not in charge you for them, they are going to refer you to law enforcement for let they arrest you for that crime that would lead now to immigration enforcement. Okay? And that is critical. And there is a third statement which I'm going to put up. And this one is critical also. So last week, the director of immigration for one of the United States, he put on social media, a post say that the agency is going to re-examine the green card applications from people from the 19 countries which include Salone. They are going to re-examine, so even if they don't give you the green card application, they are going to re-examine it. What are they going to be looking for that they not see the first time? And then they state that at this time, in these United States, they are going to stop all review processing for anybody who apply for green card and anybody where they seek elevation to citizenship or bring anybody in from the 19 countries. Sierra Leone is part of the 19 countries. Significant implications. And so nobody will get green card, me no go advise for let a gladdy for go Salone this holiday. If you have a green card in these United States of America, if I were you, I will not leave the United States.
Okay. So I want to tell Dr. Bultenki we're not done the video, but I think say it don't play. I don't play some of the most important parts them now in video where it make. And I mean the truth is that I don't talk about this so many times on this platform. I don't tell people them how for be careful, for behave, especially the path to citizenship. Now America not the same like the path to citizenship now the country we made in, for example, Canada, for example. And it was much more easier to go to the United States than to get into Canada. Than they on a fact. Nobody not deny them. The rules and regulations surrounding entry into Canada are much more stringent and have been much more stringent than those entering into the United States. So it'd be very easy for people to apply and go US than even for make them apply in Canada. That's besides the point. Me, I know say them put a timeline to this, say from January 2021. But listen, me famble them. Make we talk to we safe. Make we advise we safe. And make we help we safe. If you know say you dey other people country, you know say them don't give you leave of stay. Or you know say them give you green card or special stay, do ya at the beguna. I know. You guys are the party makers of Freetown. Whether be it Bo, whether be it Kenamema, Makeni now, whether be it the city itself or Freetown, I know you guys are the party makers and you can don't work from January to November. They get together, they put in a corner. So that December, you people can do dirty December like nobody's business. And you people know how to do a really good dirty December. But do ya the beguna? When you think about all them people them will line up bien unu na them bread and butter. We unu na den sababu. We without unu, arara no go dey. The way things are right now, and I think it's even been felt in the country itself, the party makers are not coming in the drones like they used to come this December. Bokuman bin don't buy them tickets. Bokuman bin not ready for go shire until this news come on a do. Me, I go say make unu tell unu God thank you. Where at least this list come on a do December 2. E no comot na do December 26. Boxing Day, una go don reach na free tongue, una go don sit down sober one inside the dirty December, and una ready now for the detox for clean on the system, then for come back. Then this guy news ya so can reach you. Who's God unu go call? A word for a wise is quite sufficient. I, like Dr. Bull would say, despite the limitation where them put, limitation means say despite that date where they don't call, so January, I don't know, 2001, do ya? If even self you not fall under the January 2001 take and down. If even self you not been before that, do ya? Telemu, si don't suffer, put your hand between your legs and si don't suffer. If now you rice bread and ginger beer, bake them inside, you also eat. As a matter of fact, I will even encourage you not to go into big crowd gatherings because these people, some of the picture they what they see, some of the things they what they see, some of the raids the way that they do, funny. And I know for say inside this week community we can get some badat kumbrade. Some badat kumbrade we not get conscience. We know they think but the next person and how they suffer forget in bread and butter. And for making other people themselves get their own bread and butter. You be done shumoyanda to yesterday to Panam. Or also be don't get small drugs on side that especially that DMV area una can they, una can they trade butter with man them or woman them. Una can they exchange like for say, na commodity. Do ya at the big unu cover on yourself. Please, let this dirty December, let it pass you by. Let this dirty December pass you by. I see boku of una don't decide say, una no they go again no, because una no know waiting go be on the faith. Keep it that way. Keep it locked. Keep it steady. Keep it calm. Walk in stillness. Walk in stillness. Do ya at the beguna. Make Tino can catch you no. Because by the time where we go find out say Tin catch you no, sometimes there will be no recourse. Go down too late. Just imagine you don't try, you don't can put yourself in a Guinea pastures. You try for put yourself together while you they help people when they be anyone. Then now you we don't can turn then demigod. You were after God. You now the Alpha and the Omega after God. Think and work for yourself. Who's God all man go call? So be prudent. That's all I am saying. Be very, very prudent. Make good judgment. Not just think about yourself. Think about everyone else that you carry along. Let this dirty December pass you. Okay? So now, I know say I get a few more minutes to the show, but I not go end this show today without I not give a very big shout out to something where they happen at Lumley Beach. Now yeah, so I don't day, I know say I don't talk about Lumley Beach I don't talk about Freetown in the T1 period. I don't talk about Lumley Beach in the T1. I don't talk about that seaweed. I don't talk about how it's so easy to get it cleaned. That it's so easy for people and for come together for get it clean. But not much was done, not much has been done. It would interest you. And that make them can say, ask questions. Ask questions. The young man by the name of Trevor Young. I know say Bokof. I want to salute Trevor for the good job where he do. And for the good job, every time Trevor is in Freetown, Trevor, if Nasabia, salon to the top. I don't even know why I did not send this picture, but I get videos them where I go show short videos them. Salon to the top. He coined this term, salon to the top, that salon must rise to the top. And since I've gotten to know Trevor way, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's about 10 years now or so or more. Now these social media spaces. Trevor na one person who can always impress me whenever I go free town. Trevor is like me when I'm in free town. I would always take on a social, project when I dey free town. I not just dey no for go do my own business and for mingle and socialize and this and that. I get involved in the community. And Trevor is one such person. The last time when Trevor go Freetown, na in the person we take on the cleaning up of Susan's Bay. If some of them, they watch me that time, I even get in and social work Sierra Leone interview them na Yaso na VOS about the Susan's Bay project. I personally donated towards that project, the Susan's Bay cleanup. We went last me go Susan's Bay, 1902. But it is Sierra Leone, it is our country. So we do what we need to do. So Trevor go Freetown again this Christmas, and Trevor took on the cleanup of Lumley Beach. Trevor don't do, just by talking to people, how it started. Went to the reggae festival lunch, met the mayor there, and said to the mayor, "But this beach here so dirty, what you go do for clean?" And the mayor talking on 1-2 year, but the mayor was like, "I'm willing to collaborate, blah blah blah." And the mayor has a history because for say Trevor and I been lead that cleanup of Susan's Bay. He said, "We don't get the manpower right now because all we people and then I treat the clean, but I would provide you with equipment." Next day morning, I was on the line with Trevor where he go, City Hall, go meet the person responsible. They arrange equipment, delivery of equipment, everything. Literally, that whole setup structure took less than 24 hours. Within 24 hours, Trevor managed to get a system going. And by 48 hours 10, they started the cleaning up of Lumley Beach. As I speak to you so now, today was day 10 of the cleanup of Lumley Beach. On Friday, a team up with somebody where also I don't interview at this platform where I should say most of una go sabi, Madam Nimako Sila, where na be a former nurse practitioner na England. Also team up with them for make them do a mobile clinic na Lumley Day for treat the sores and the wounds of the drug, the kush people then. So every Friday now, then go they get the mobile clinic na Lumley Day for go treat the sores and bandage and make sure say them bring medical attention to, and also then they give them food as well. So it's not just treatment, they give food. They're doing whatever they can, right? For help them people. And so dear my viewers and listeners, this salon that we all own, we all need for putan together for help. I want we take 2-3 video shots then of the cleanup exercise and what we put together for make we see the work where they go on. Make we watch.
Trevion reporting. So right now we're offering some food. The food was graciously given by Michelle Jones at Red Lion. So as always, Michelle Jones. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna come over there so that we can get the names of everybody who graciously donated, so we can have do this clinic. Ideally, we're trying to see if we can do this every Friday, because as you see, there's a desperate need. So maybe we'll see. It's got to be an ongoing thing. So who are the people who donated?
Again, we want to say thank you to Michelle Jones of Red Lion Bakery. We want to say thank you to Samafona King of Shige Group. And we want to thank Mr. and Mrs. Betts. And we want to thank Mr. Michael of Michael and Michael. So they've made individual donations, and we've been able to get water, bread, sandwiches,
healthcare products, water for wound care as well as for drinking, because obviously part of our problem is dehydration. So we've got everything that we've got here today donated, and we are grateful to everybody that's contributed. Thank you. And we're grateful to you.
Thank you.
Wait.
Let's not forget Maya Majane.
Maya Majane, you cannot see her face.
She's here on holiday, and she volunteered this morning. So thank you. Thanks, Mariama.
Thank you. So it was a very successful. So it was a very successful clinic, as you can see. It's desperately needed here. Ideally, we can see if we can move forward to doing it every Friday. I'll talk to Sarah too. I know when she watches this video, I'll be putting her on the spot. But there's a desperate need for it, and this type of thing is not a one-day thing. Ultimately, there's a huge need for a treatment center in this area. There are a lot of folks who do want to recover, who do want to be treated, as you can see. All right, so for today, between identifying who stole the products and making sure that we give it the level of severity that it deserves, because once you start stealing something, no matter how small it is, if you don't address it and chop it off and address it harshly, just like with anything in life, when something happens that needs to stop, you need to hold it down. You need to address it severely. And so, even though it's just gloves and a rake, some might see it's simple, the fact of it is, it's a matter of trust in stealing. We can have people who are stealing start small or get large. So, because of this time we spent with that, what we ended up doing is that most of the guys, they just stayed in the area and they cleaned out around this police station. So at least we were able to, hey, but Mara, look what we're doing here. Don't not fine. Just throw dirty here. The dirty don't clear. The
dirty?
Yes.
See the grass will be in the whole creep.
But therefore, dig the dirty and sweep on.
Okay, yeah.
Look there, just clean the area, the dirty and back. Buckets there. The same area, I don't clean the dirty and back. We don't throw this here. Just clean the area and the dirty and back. It's the same area we just clean. Look the water packets. Just clean and look the water packets back. Just clean this area here. So anyway, we definitely need some trash receptors. There's not too many trash receptors. So anyway, like I said, they end up cleaning around the police station here, the fountain. So what they've decided to do, because most of them are also now in line to get treated. So a lot have already been treated at band-aids and things of that nature, and others are in line to get treated, so they have fresh band-aids. So we've decided that after today, we're not going to do the after-self cleanup today. We're just going to come early tomorrow and knock it out all day tomorrow from 9 to 3 or 4. All right. So now, just purchase some funds, some food, and finish up with the clinic.
Account for that advice. They got make the advising and advising they got make that goodness day good to now the question, how they manage whereas they're willing, but every day people how they do the fact and consider the fact that you don't used to continue. Let's see, never take courage, never time, never take sacrifice. Let's see, so I will spend about 22 days and not even cigarettes and not put anymore. And just only for saying anything can happen to me while I left for that 22 days. That's so now as I can't join the back. So these are all signs and signals when they should say the responsibility on you. So particular what you need to be careful. Yeah? Now when you take and say lock out like I'm sorry for me that looks but you not be person. Yeah? So now then in that case is you want to forget the person. Yeah, I didn't mean it. Side boats how they call it? Get to them surround you. Get to them surround you. But you know they swim. Just because of our discipline, they say, no one be that kind of thing. Just say the one way you are. My God, you're the most young man, you get future, bright future. Yeah. You already know about future. How about you? Yeah, about they are the group. Why still don't have this? Now we see on our picture now. We don't need all 2 months every day. Now they don't need that. Just because of the picture, they all want something. All scatter family, just because of the picture. They all want family. Even now, they feel pain. All this business, they feel pain. The mama they carry, they can't capture you, they go to you. They pull it out of, they go to you. Now, when they go there with you, they go to say, when they 1 week, 2 weeks, you know.
Okay, so obviously, I think there was a lot of noise. I don't think say una hearing much of waiting in they go on. You see, this cleaning projects don't bring about the realities of Sierra Leone, the environment of Sierra Leone. There is so much that, you can discover. Where some people can say Salone, a film of Salone is a project, Some of we no need for grain at the ground because we build relationships. And then relationships then they can make we able then at the ground, even if sometimes they we not able physically then at the ground. Inside this cleaning here so where happen or where they happen because it's still ongoing. Things then there where we discover. First one is that inside the equipment demo where city council give for make we use for do this cleaning here so. And then when we don't it, remember Trevor, and as a matter of fact, is there with his youngest son, who also participates in the cleaning. And granted, this boy was born in America, grew up in America, has been, all his life is in America. But the one thing about Trevor, way I really, really love about him is that he makes sure say all in picking them very much immersed in the Sierra Leone culture. Make sure he takes them to Sierra Leone. They know about Sierra Leone. They spend time in Sierra Leone. Really, really get in touch with the culture and the people. Aside that, what will happen inside this cleaning? Just imagine the people them where they clean, where they on the kush, where we they help, where we even bring on board the cleaning. Some of them same people and they back team up forgot thief the equipment them and try for sell them. But this just to give you a reality of the environment in which we live in and how conditions can lead people to do certain things even though they do not intend to. Try for sell the equipment them. As a matter of fact, some even sell gloves, which we recuperate them later on, because inside to themselves they all pull away. Now the police get involved so quick one, nobody no one go jail, nobody all man talk waiting and get for talk, but we make sure we made an example of it. You see some of them people and way that's where the last set of video where then they talk to them drug push addicts then is that some of them right now don't they part of the cleaning. And when I remember at the beginning of the video I talked for say last week I not been there so but I've been there right inside salon. And I was doing work in Sierra Leone. And I see all the as a matter of fact, if the producer can put up the pictures, because I'd like to give a shout out to my gallant gladiators of Hope for Youth. So this is how I was telepathically in Sierra Leone. We Hope for Youth volunteers them, Hope for Youth members them. Some of them from the Lumley Juba chapter and from the Kutan Road chapter rally themselves and then join the cleanup na Lumley for 2 days. For 2 days. Then join the cleanup Saturday and then join the cleanup Sunday. They did such an excellent job. In not tap they no more. Me sponsor the Saturday cleanup for Lumley. And a sponsorship, what a sponsorship mean? A sponsorship means you send money, it's equivalent to 100,000, is it 1 million old leon. 1 million old leon, now they use for cook and for give small shakan tanky and a little bit of a stipend, transportation to volunteers then we come off far. Like we own volunteers then so. Internally, we took care of their transportation, by Dr. Bull. Me sponsor the cleanup of the day for the general feeding of everybody we can day. So you see how I was in Sierra Leone last week Saturday without being in Sierra Leone. As a matter of fact, I do 28 hours in a salon. I was part of the cleaning of Lumley Beach on Saturday and Sunday without physically being there. But guess what? Representation from the people I work with was there. My money also was speaking for the land. Please, I go on for make we put maybe a side-by-side picture of these beautiful, young men and women. And some of the people that we then talk to right now are part of those who have joined the cleaning exercise at Lumley. So you see where life beautiful, and only send people and where they work with for go clean, make them join on because that country they then there. But even as they join on, then take the opportunity for do some drug sensitization, and as a result of the drug sensitization, some of their victims then they don't able to find some form of employment and living for the duration of the cleanup exercise. That is called tangible contribution. Contribution manifested in real life, in actual time that you can put your finger to. So if anybody where they watch me when I want for join on into this cleaning exercise, Salone we all on Salone we country, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to Trevor directly. He's not hidden, he's on Facebook. You can reach out to me. I can connect you directly to him to give your contribution. The beauty about waiting the gun right down at Salone is that for the last 10 days, today being the 10th since this cleaning started, now both people from the diaspora and people locally don't sponsor this cleaning here. So not from any NGO money, not from anybody in waiting and call people contributing. This person go say today, okay, I dey send 1 million or one whatever for 1 million for take care of today's cleaning. That person they go come and like somebody who has pledged to donate, they will be donating some rain boots because of the condition. I see the condition of the beach, and then people and they don't get proper footwear and additional glove. Somebody donate water. Like when I hear Red Lion donate bread, people donate sandwiches, people donate this. The nurse that's on vacation donated a time, teaming up with Madam Nimako Sirata Sila to do this mobile clinic, and teaming up with Trevor to do this mobile clinic, and they get all the feedback then. But one particular ministry, the way we get for Butupa na Salone. It is called the Ministry of Tourism. Because we really say all the restaurants and business people and they pay money to the Ministry of Tourism for making them clean that beach day, but Ministry of Tourism, now they do their work. And we started engagement with Ministry of Tourism. The one begin Giwiso, put in a checklist type, I have met with them. Madam Tunis, with all due respect, you cannot sell something that is inhospitable. You cannot sell something that is inhabitable. You cannot sell something that is inappreciable. You know, we go sell dirty beach, give people them in expect them for come. It is not a threat. It is not a warning. But we hope say, we go get a fruitful engagement with your ministry as we move forward. That one where we get the past 2 days ago, una bazwi under. But guess what? We not stubborn men picking them. We not stubborn men picking them. We don't put on pass something. Pass we see the results. So long as it is for the benefit of Sierra Leone, we do not back down. It is good to bring all these reggae artists and whatever to Sierra Leone, because Sierra Leone is where creation began, period. Go argue with your ancestors if you think I'm wrong. But we need for clean them. We need for make them presentable to the rest of the world. They are talking about Sierra Leone being a prime destination to visit. But when some of the influencers then they come, waiting and they see and report back, not a good thing. Especially when I go work on that beach day. If you know they see them, report them. Please take time and do some Googling, some research and see what they are saying. You always talk about the good nature and spirit of the people. But outside of that, they also talk about the filth. Who say you own jurisdiction therefore take care of? Make sure say you team up with people and make sure say it is taken care of. Freetown City Council not deny say to some extent some part of what they needed to do, not to all sign at in jurisdiction, but some parts not in jurisdiction. And that in as much as they have the will to, the manpower was lacking. Somehow they could not organize. But here is one man who left the shores of the United States to Sierra Leone for holidays and see what he's been able to do with the collective collaboration of Sierra Leoneans, then voluntarily calling him and saying, Trevor, what do you need? Trevor, how can I help? Trevor, whatever you need, let us know. Trevor, I'm right there with you. Trevor, let's bounce off idea. Trevor will call me any time of the day. He knows I'll pick my call and say, Trevor, what's up? Matilda, what do you think of this? So and we'll talk. So Matilda, okay, let's do it. We don't need for make bagbati. We don't need for showy power. We walk in stillness and in tranquility. But we do what we have to do for that nation. So do ya, Madam Minister, ma. No force we hand. No force we hand. Because if you force our hand, I don't think the result or the outcome will be good. Don't force our hand. Cooperate with us like our others are cooperating with us. You're the one that lives there. If that beach is clean, if it is maintained, it is to your ministry's benefit. Not for us. Look me sit down at Canada. Trevor, it no go do more than 1 month. Go to Tinjonet bundle, pack and back car America. So it is for whose benefit? For yours benefit. Not mine. The only way when me be implicated, I become implicated by the fact that I am a Sierra Leonean living abroad. So if I hear something good about my country, it is worth celebrating. That's it, that's all. I have extremely overused my time here, but I could not have done the show today without giving shout out to these wonderful guys and the wonderful work Trevor is doing and continue to do. And he has my support. He knows it 100% unflinching. So if you yourself want to join on and put on behind this work, I know sometimes we'll have the attitude of, well, me not happy there. Well, last me go Lumley Beach. Me not they go yourself. It is our country. It is our country's image. It does not take much. It only takes somebody with dignity, integrity, respect, willingness, patriotism, and for people and for make it show people and believe. Say this is someone I can trust, and collectively we can all get it done. Me famble them, and I thank you. I think I've more than made up for not being here last Saturday. May God bless we all. May God continue for bless our different hustles, right? You know, easy in this country. Those with visa, please be careful. Cover yourself, watch your back, and until hopefully next week we'll see each other again here. God bless us all, yeah? No tata.
But we life them.
That is survive, yeah now. What's if they do? What we bother them, they die. Push on the help, now them body just they try. So foot at them body, they and now they just they cry. Now we bother them foot so they swell, now why? I don't know if now the chemical or what's in them they put. Best now for avoid them, nothing but the suit. Other food and they for it, come up young kush. We still bring this message so you do work for you. On the me.
Every day we they lost it, man, their life. Because soft